What's going good, you guys? Your boy here, TheChrisPhoenix, giving my WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view reveal 2014. Overall, the show wasn't too bad. It was alright. I thought it was okay. I know some people are gonna, you know, dump all over this pay-per-view. Honestly, like I said, it wasn't that bad of a pay-per-view. It didn't. It kind of gave you some sort of things heading into storyline reasons. Like, kind of gives you a hint of what could be the possible matches at WrestleMania, which is supposed to be. Come on, it's the last review before WrestleMania. So, anyways, you had the pre-show match: Goldust and Cody Rhodes versus Ryback Chris Axel. Yeah, it was okay. Cody Rhodes, Goldust won. Yeah, not much to say about that. Okay, Jack Swagger versus B Langston for Intercontinental Championship. Wasn't too bad of a match. Biggie Langston retained, kept the championship. I'm not surprised by saying that. Usos versus New Age Outlaws for tag titles. New Age Outlaws won, rolling up, won the Usos for the win. And, honestly, I don't know why they put this match on here. Like, why couldn't they have this match WrestleMania? Like, I get it. They're gonna be like, oh, the New Age Outlaws cheated. We want a rematch. Blah blah. Like, I understand that, but gonna have the WrestleMania moment kind of deal. But anyways, Darren Young versus Titus O'Neil. Didn't really care for it. I don't think anyone else really did. Titus O'Neil won. Yay. So anyway, these are the final two matches. This whole entire card, actually, I'll say 2 out of 3 matches people actually give a crap about. Shield versus the Wyatt family. As you expect, this was a very good, intense match. To me, the right team won. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, there's another match that should have been at WrestleMania. I understand that, it's kind of a WrestleMania kind of feel of a match, and it kind of showed for how long and how crazy this match was. But at the same time, you got to look at where WWE is going to do it. The Wyatt family has a different storyline to go on to, which I'll get to later. Going with someone, a top star in WWE. Meanwhile, the Shield are just having problems in general, and they're probably just gonna lash it all out for like the United States Championship at freaking WrestleMania. So, I mean, by the way, I like how no one mentions that freaking Dean Ambrose never defends the United States Championship. I know a couple weeks ago on Raw, Roman Reigns mentioned it. That's why Dean's like, oh, I will have an open challenge. But seriously, Dean Ambrose has had the United States Championship for what, almost a year now? How many times has he defended it? Like 4 times, maybe? What a joke. Speaking of jokes, AJ Lee versus Cameron for the Divas Championship. Why? I get it. WWE was planning to have Naomi win it at Mania, over AJ. Thank God, someone other than AJ be Divas champion. God forbid. But no, because freaking Asana has to fucking, you know, injure uh, Trinity, aka Naomi, and freaking Karen. Like, dude, I don't. Okay, at this point, I don't give a shit who gets the belt. Freaking Eva Marie could freaking take the Divas Championship easily. Seriously, I'm at the point where I don't care who the hell you are. Freaking, I don't care. Renee Young could be like, oh, I've learned one wrestling move, like, in the last 24 hours and win the belt. I don't give a damn. Someone other than AJ, for the love of God. I know you internet marks love AJ to death. You find the 12-year-old looking skinny ass bitch attractive. I don't find that attractive. I think she's overrated in the ring. Is she okay in the ring? Yeah, she's alright in the ring, but she ain't fucking great. Alright? Is she one of the best that WWE has in offense Divas division? Yeah, but that's not saying much because of how bad Divas division is right now, and it's been for years, alright? So don't even get me started with that BS, alright? Okay? Okay? Done. Bye. Okay. So yeah, Wyatt family won, by the way, I forgot to mention that. But yeah, so Cameron wins by disqualification because Tamina got involved, and yeah, cool. Alright. So then finally, uh, Batista versus Alberto Del Rio. God. It's amazing. Like, here's the thing too. People are gonna like. I was never a huge Batista fan when Batista was actually relevant. Back in the day. Back in 2005, 2004, 2005, 2006. When Batista got that huge push. I was never a huge fan of him. You know, it wasn't until he actually, turned heel and said, classic words as, I hate you, Batista, I hate you too, and one of my favorite probably lines in WWE history. You're supposed to be my friend. Like seriously, that's when I actually started caring about Batista. You know, back when he actually was big about quitting and wanted to quit. Yeah, that's when I actually cared about Batista. And now, obviously, I could give a rat's ass about Batista. Don't care about Del Rio. Del Rio's on his way out. So, you know, whatever. Batista wins. It's typical. I mean, come on. He had to see it coming. Like, freaking Del Rio had no chance in hell. And last but not least, the main event, the Elimination Chamber match. Cesaro, see, I'm already getting used to that, versus Sheamus versus Christian versus Daniel Bryan versus Randall Keith Orton. Alright, so this chamber match, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty good, I thought. It kind of surprised me a little bit in how they did the whole elimination order. Like, for example, Sheamus was the first one eliminated. I thought Sheamus would be in the top 4. No, Sheamus was the first one eliminated. Christian got eliminated. Who I thought was going to be the very first one to be eliminated in the match. And then Cesaro got eliminated. And then, of course, you had the final 3, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, and Randall Keith Orton. And then, okay, the match was good, but the ending was just a clusterfuck. What the hell? Alright, I kind of saw it coming with, you know, WWE, again, like I said earlier, they're trying to bring in some feuds for WrestleMania, but this was just too much of a cluster. Like, what the hell was this? Like, freaking the Wyatt family pop out of nowhere. And, you know, of course, they gotta go after Cena, because, again, as I said earlier, oh, the Wyatt family have their own thing at WrestleMania. Obviously, it's Super Cena. You gotta have freaking Cena versus the Wyatt family. And honestly, do I look forward to that promo, that, you know, that program, the feud? No, not really, but if it means John Cena's on the main event, hallelujah. At WrestleMania. So freaking, that was just a cluster, whatever. And by that time, Cena's eliminated, and of course, Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. Of course, everyone's over for Daniel Bryan. Yes, 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 yes. Nope. Here comes good old Corporate Kane to the rescue, and beating the freaking holy hell out of Daniel Bryan, and yeah, and then freaking Orton hits the RKO on Bryan. 1, 2, 3, yada yada yada. Orton and Batista at Mania. You know, for someone who just said this pay-per-view wasn't too bad, and obviously, my facial expressions and stuff probably say otherwise. But it's not just so much for that. It's meaning this pay-per-view was good, but what's leading up to it, like after this pay-per-view onto WrestleMania, is making me wanna cringe. I don't want to see. Now, I'm not going to be one of those typical Marston. Oh, dear, Brad should be fixing it. Probably he should be, but I'm not the one that's going to be like, oh, butt hurts because he's not in the main event. Alright? Most likely, Daniel Bryan's going to face Because I do want to face CM Punk, because CM Punk's a little bitch who walked out. I don't care what your little marks say. I'm going to face Daniel Bryan. And then, you know what? That's actually a pretty good match in my opinion, because at least Daniel Bryan has a shot at winning that. Who knows? Maybe Daniel Bryan becomes world champion of freaking Extreme Rules, which is in Washington. That'd be crazy not to have that against WWE. So, yeah, and then freaking Cena and the Wyatts. Oh my god, I do not want to see that shit. Right. Shield blowing up on each other could be fun to watch, I don't know. But, this is just. You know what, brother? I'm hosting the pay-per-view, dude. Oh my god. And to think we might still have Lesnar versus Taker. Taker, I swear to God, this better be your last freaking match. Alright, I'm Undertaker fan for life, but seriously, man, this better be your goddamn last match, man. Because Lesnar doesn't give a shit if he breaks your freaking back for the rest of your life, okay? He doesn't care if Michelle McCool, your good old wife, McTaker, has to stroll you over up and down your freaking house in freaking Texas, alright? Because it's freaking Brock Lesnar, alright? Just go with it. Anyways, that's my review of Elimination Chamber, guys. Overall, not a bad pay-per-view. Pretty decent. Alright. I'm not going to bash on it or anything, but on the road to WrestleMania. Should be interesting. Anyways, catch you later.